Hey guys, today is November 5th, Saturday, 2022. My name is Valerie. I'm making this video in hopes that you will receive the message. My main goal is to give everyone motivation through the good and the bad times, but today this video will entail something a little more specific, which is to be thankful for the good and the bad. I know a lot of people have a hard time accepting the bad. Why does this have to happen to me? Why do bad things happen to me? Why do I come across bad people? Why do inconveniences happen, etc.? I'm here to shed light on how to turn negativity into positivity. I just want to start off with some Bible verses. I'll put them in the description below. 4:15 verse 29, search for the Lord your God and you will find him when you seek him with all of your heart and your soul. Then when it continues to verse 30, which is the next one, says, when you are in distress and all these things have happened to you, in the future you will return to the Lord your God and obey him. Next verse, last one, he will not leave you, destroy you. He is a compassionate God. When it comes to things like bad situations, these obstacles are often put by God so that he can help you find your way back to him. Most of the time, people will not find him unless they are going through, like it says, a distressful situation. You can be blessed and he will bless you with the new car you want, or your dream school that you've worked so hard for. Maybe getting pregnant, you've had a hard time getting pregnant and God has blessed you with a baby. All those things we overlook when God blesses us with it. But when a bad situation comes, we tend to run to him to show us mercy. I'm here to tell you to be thankful for the good and the bad. Be thankful for the good and the bad. Why? Because the good helps you see the wonderful God that we have. The bad also helps you see the wonderful God that we have, in the sense that once he takes you out of the bad situation that you're in, you realize and you are often reminded that he will never leave you. He will never leave you stranded, no matter what you go through. He will never leave you stranded. Anything that you feel you cannot go through, God is always there to remind you, to say, yes, you can make it through. You will prevail through this through me. A lot of people, when something bad happens to them, they're like, God, why me? God says, I know you can do it. I know you will make it through this because you have me. You have called on me. An example, if people go through certain things, drug addiction, bad relationship with their family, an abusive relationship, oftentimes we think that God is punishing us, or God doesn't love us, or, things like that. But once you are able to see through it, and with the help of God, and you are able to come out of that abusive relationship, or you are able to enter remission, and you are able to heal, and you are able to move past the things that have troubled you, once again, you will realize the wonderful and compassionate God that we have and that we must always serve. Another thing I wanted to touch on is isolation. Oftentimes, there will be people who will present themselves in your life as a great person, who you think is a great person, who you have an ideology of them in your head that it is a great person. It can be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, whoever it may be. And sometimes the people you call the love of your life, the people you call your best friend, your sister, your brother, your right hand, those will be the first people to fail you. Those will be the first people to let you down. Those will be the first people to let you know that nothing in this world is permanent. Not even 15 years of marriage. It can end tomorrow. Not to be pessimistic, but in all of this, to say that the one you need in the end is God. You know why? Because when those people fall in the test of time, God will not. When you think you have nobody, you will always have God to fall on. When you ask God for clarity, God will present clarity. When you feel you have no one, you will have God always. You just need to reach out to him. In verse 30, if you reach out to him with all your heart and soul, he will answer. He will answer you if you reach for him. But you must reach for him. All of this to say that sometimes we pray with an empty heart. We say a lot of words. God, I want to be wise. But God will have to put you through situations that will break you so you can come out wise in the end. God will test your faith, but you must stay true to him. God will put you through situations that you think you are not going to make it through, but God will never put you through something that you will make it through, that he doesn't see fit for you. You must restore your faith every day. You must ask God for forgiveness every day. You must live a life that will fulfill God's plan for you. When you seek God and when you go through obstacles with God, it is all to make sure your faith is strong. So right now, speaking for me, I am in a season of isolation. God has taken away people who I thought that I needed. God has taken away people who I thought were going to be there in my life forever. I know that this is to test my faith, because in the end, this is for me to realize that the one I need is God. In a few days, actually, the 17th, which is the day after my 21st birthday, I plan to start a Daniel's fast in order to restore my faith, because I feel like my connection with God is not as good as it should be. I feel like this season of isolation is very necessary and very important, and it's a wake-up call. When you are in season of isolation, it is usually a wake-up call. Hey, the connection is bad between you and God. I do feel sad about the things that have happened, the people that I thought were going to be there. But I know once my connection is restored with God, that he will replace with what has been taken away with better. I know that, and I trust that. So if you trust that it will happen. Faith is important. If you don't have faith, how can the things that you ask God for come into reality? If you ask for better grades, God, please, I need a better grade. I need to pass this class. You cannot expect to sleep all day and not study and put in the effort and then magically at the end of the semester have an A and then question God and say, well, God, I prayed for an A. Why did I still fail? Because God is not a genie. God is not a wizard. You ask God and God will provide you with opportunities to make you pass. God will provide you with an opportunity to have time to study. It is up to you to put in the effort behind the prayer, and God will help you. You cannot expect things to get done if you do not put in the work. For example, I can say, God, I want my faith to be restored between us. But if I do not read the Bible, if I do not pray, if I do not do the fast that I promised I'm gonna do in a week or two, how do I expect that to happen? I can't. That's unrealistic. I can't do that. If I say, God, I want $1 million, God will not have someone knock on your door and give you $1 million. You need to work for things. You need to put work behind prayer. Because if you don't put work behind prayer, how can you expect God to fulfill your needs? You will always feel empty and you will always feel purposeless if you do not put effort behind your prayer. You can say, God, I want to quit this addiction. It's killing me and it's ruining my family. God will help you and God will present ways for you to end it. But it is up to you to do the work. God will not do it for you. You must do it. So with that being said, I know that if I do my fast and if I engage more in prayer and worship, I know my faith will be restored. I know there are certain things that I have to put work in order for me to achieve them. For example, your happiness. Your happiness cannot depend on other people. if that's the case, you are never going to be happy. And if you are, it'll be temporary, because one day you'll realize that that's not true happiness. True happiness and true fulfillment will happen once you seek the kingdom and you fulfill the purpose God has made you and brought you here for. So when you have a gift, you must live in that gift that God gave you, and you must share it with others. I'm here to tell you that, never put anything past nobody. If you think that he or she will never do this to me, and you put your full trust in them, you put your full heart in, and you pour your whole heart and soul into them, and then let's say they let you down one day, who are you going to run to realistically? You cannot run to the people who just failed you, correct? You are going to run to your creator. You are going to run to the person that you deep down know will help you. Because although you hadn't prayed in months, although you had been sleeping through Sunday morning worship, although you had been ungrateful for the small things, you will run to him in the end, because you know he is the one that will take you out of the situation and make you stronger and make you realize that you don't need anyone in this world. You don't. You don't need anyone in this world to make you feel a sense of fulfillment, to make you feel at peace. You don't need it. In fact, I prefer peace over happiness. So I have peace knowing that God is always going to be there for me. I have peace knowing that no matter what happens in my life, no matter what I feel like is the end of the world, it's not, because God has better. If I am in a season of isolation, I know I will not be in this season of isolation forever. I know I cannot be like, well, I'm lonely and I have nobody. Wrong. That is the wrong way of thinking. You have to realize that God will put you through these things to make you realize he is the one that you need in the end, and in the beginning, and always through. There are a couple other things that I want to touch up on before I let you go. Based on everything that I've said, I just want to say that never let your emotions or your feelings for something or someone deviate you from your purpose. Never let someone give you your worth, because whatever you think that you're going through, it's not the end. That breakup you may be going through, that you feel like you're worthless, that you feel like it's the end of the world, it's not. Because what God removes, God replaces with better. You may not think that now, or it doesn't have to be a breakup, anything. You lost your job, God will replace with better. Because God knows you are qualified for better. But like I said, you must seek him with all of your heart, because he is a compassionate God. I suggest you fix your faith with him. I suggest you read the Bible. And I suggest that you always ask for clarity. That is one of my biggest things, in every time that I pray. I ask God, please give me clarity on this person. Give me clarity on what I'm supposed to do. Clear my mind from distractions. Clear it from ungodly and unholy things. Make me think in a positive way. Make me see the light in the bad. But for the bad, I am grateful, because I know something good will come out of it. We cannot get stuck on the process, because the process is the process. It's not the end result. If you're going through depression, or you're going through an anxiety, or you feel like just stuck in a hole or something, find God and he will pull you out of it. He will. So with that being said, hope you have a blessed night. God bless you.